Hey everybody, it's Moustache. On our channel we've discussed 17 Image Comics guest characters, and one surprise pick from Killer Instinct before, but I consider them all to be from in-house, basically. In this video, we'll be getting into truly third-party indie comic characters. Characters that have never been, or were only temporarily published by Image Comics, who in themselves are a huge indie comic central. Invincible VS, the game, can get an endless amount of support as long as you're there to play it. If you want any chance of any third-party picks to appear in Invincible VS, then make sure to hop in game and play now. If you're lucky, you could even get matched up against me, and I'm terrible. I only play as Cecil. Sometimes I forget to tag out in the tag fighter. Anyways, let's get into it. Number 5. The Tick. Behold the great blue yonder. You've probably heard of the Tick before. He's a famous indie comic character, with comics, a cartoon, TV shows and everything. Conveniently, Amazon Prime has a good show with them. He's crossed over with Invincible before in the comics as well. It's the Tick's 100th issue, a full Invincible crossover. The Tick would be a great pick if Invincible VS decided to pay the favor back now that Invincible is way more popular. By making him a fighter, his ray colors would be really awesome and his dialogue would be great and hilarious, especially with my upcoming picks. Number 4. Scud the Disposable Assassin. Scud was created by Rob Schrab in 1994. He sports a Sega Saturn game and actually had a mini-series published under Image Comics in 2008. I went down an interesting rabbit hole while researching this indie comic character. Scud is an awesome character. I always knew about him in the back of my mind. Back before the miniseries released in 2008, Scud's comic was promoted by Justin Roiland.
Hurry! Okay, Duck, you convinced me. Here goes nothing.
In the Duck and Marty series.
Scud the Disposable Assassin is a comic book about Scud robots. And Scud robots are assassins that kill people. And you hire them by putting some quarters into a vending machine. And the vending machines are sitting out there on the side of the street. Can you believe that, Marty?
Wow! So if I wanted somebody dead, say my grandnammy, all I'd have to do is put some coins in a vending machine, and then Scud will come out and kill her off for me, and then I don't have to take her to the bingo machine, bingo nights anymore, and then she'll die.
That's right, Marty. It's that simple. Marty, once the Scud destroys his target, then he himself is destroyed as well. There's a connection there, Marty. The Scud blows up and self-destructs and it dies all over the place.
It self-destructs? I don't like anything about that, Doc. I'm really sad about that. I don't want to do anything about that.
That's it, Marty. It's working, Marty. It's working.
Scud the Disposable Assassin. Well, I guess someone in a paid mascot already broke it down for you.
He's trying to copy it.
Anyways, Scud is another gun-heavy character. He'd probably spray bullets and archers in order to differentiate his moveset from Cecil a little bit. And gun-heavy characters that I've suggested before in previous lists also have to be separated from this as well. It would be great every time he won a game, every time he completed the match as Scud, if he self-destructed after killing the opponent, because his mission was completed. Number 3. Homelander. It's the future. Whenever this is happening in this game, Mortal Kombat is already pretty old as we're speaking. As of this video was uploaded, it doesn't get support anymore. Omni-Man and Homelander both make it into that game just because it's one of the most overhyped matchups of all time. Or should I say appropriately hyped. Does it ever get old to watch the dignified, highly trained Omni-Man just pulp the ever-living shit out of the spoiled super brat, Homelander? No. No, it hasn't yet, and I don't think it will anytime soon. Homelander needs to come to Invincible VS, just so Omni-Man and every other Invincible character now also can feed him his own heart. Homelander is hyper-realistic in Mortal Kombat, so he'd be cel-shaded and cartoony, just like everyone in Invincible VS. But the intention is to keep Anthony Starr's likeness intact, like changing the character from the real show directly to the game's art style. He definitely also should come with a skin that's like a comic-style outfit though. He's another character with a big fuck you laser. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry. Meant Homelander.
He is the prophet of the Lord!
Number 2. The Last Ronin. Michelangelo. A sequel to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, set in an alternative future. After the deaths of the other 3 turtles, Master Splinter, and even Casey Jones, Michelangelo became the last Ronin. Changing his identity, he has a rougher edge and fights as he never has before, with samurai techniques and fatal combat maneuvers, as well as all the weapons of his fallen brothers. He can also be seen wielding a tonfa baton, like Stryker from Mortal Kombat. It's a fun weapon for fighting games. His moveset would be like a combination of all the different Turtles' fighting styles in Injustice 2. He'll sort of be like a Triborg in that way. A Quadborg. For Turtles. He'll be using the bow staff for Donatello moves and such. This comic is much grittier than the usual TMNT material. The violence and gore in Invincible VS will be well navigated by a character like this. For his finisher, he should have a crazy rush attack cutscene where the ghosts of his brothers jump out of his body and use their moves. Then Michelangelo beheads the opponent. Now for my honorable mention. Billy Butcher. You could have a different kind of attitude when it comes to the boys' content in fighting games. While Homelander is the best matchup, Butcher may need his time in a fighting game, perhaps even superseding Homelander, who already has a Mortal Kombat appearance. Hey, why is the ex-Killer Instinct team working on Invincible VS when they already got double-time Amazon Prime in Mortal Kombat 1? Do you think they went to NetherRealm first? Anyways, they probably want Butcher in Invincible VS alongside Homelander. Why is Omni-Man stealing Butcher's rival? What will Butcher's reaction be to Omni-Man, Invincible, and the rest? I personally think Butcher would be pretty awesome to add, and could say something bad about every soup on the roster. He may have some heated words for Omni-Man, who, let's face it, kills a lot more than Homelander. Maybe Butcher could call him out on this exactly, and say, "Oi, you think it makes a difference just cause you feel bad about it." Through their interactions, he could meet Powerplex. They'd really get along. They have a very similar mentality when it comes to eradicating all the soups. When it comes to the appearance of this character, he's going to need to lean more towards his comic book design to make him stand out a little bit more. What we need is a perfect amalgamation. We need to see Carl Urban's beard on this comic book design. This is the Indie Comic third-party character pack, not the Amazon Prime Guest Fighters DLC The Boys pack. That's why he's just an honorable mention. Number 1. The Flaming Carrot. Hey guys, I've got a crazy, wacky what-if scenario for you. What if your head was a giant flaming carrot? The Flaming Carrot was first written and created by artist Bob Burden in 1979. He's one of the most important crime-fighting parody characters and one of the indie comic characters of all time. The character has crossed over with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and that was all before he was published by Image Comics. He actually appears in this wedding and this Savage Dragon issue right here, but there's a lot of people that really shouldn't be here. I think the artist just kind of drew whoever they wanted to. Anyways, the last issue from the Flaming Carrot was published in 2006 by Image, and it was a photo comic. Invincible in itself is a parody comic. Image Comics by mouth often refers to it as their Superman story. So, it's time he meet the superhero parody character of all time. In Invincible VS, the Flaming Carrot is a human, but he has the ability to induce himself into a state of Zen stupidity. He actually wears a costume that consists of this giant carrot mask, and it has a compartment which contains his nuclear-powered pogo stick. He's staved through 3 alien invasions. It makes sense he'd be put up against the Viltrumites next. He has a lot of other crazy tools that could fill out his moveset, but for its finisher, he'd definitely use the aforementioned pogo stick. He'd just be seen bouncing on it normally, but then the explosion would happen. When the smoke clears, next thing you know, he's wiggling like Squidward. And he's like, It's his catchphrase, the signature sound he makes, I guess. I don't know. He'd have some funny dialogue with everybody. He'd be funny talking to the Tick, probably. I imagine they'd steal each other's catchphrases, just for fun. Alright, You made it to the end of the video. If you made it this far, then make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're a fan of the Flaming Carrot. What character would you add to Invincible Versus if you could add any character from any comic? Leave your answer down below. Moustache.